peace, success, freedom from this rat race that we're living in today's deep thought is this. It's not about being qualified. It's not. It's about knowing your worth. It's not about being qualified. It's about knowing your worth, right? So you say to me, well, I can't be a writer because I didn't go to writing school and I don't really know how to do it. You're God's highest form of creation. You have the exact same mental faculties that anyone else that has done what you want to do. You can do it. So here's how you look at it. If there is another physical human being that has lived on planet Earth that has done what you want to do, then you're qualified. And if not, you're probably still qualified. So when JFK asked Leland Bell Vander Waal, who was the head of NASA, he said, what's it going to take for us to send a rocket to the moon? You know what he said? The will to do it. That's all he said, the will to do it. You are a human being with infinite potential within you that has the same ability to tap in to the same creativity. But what happens is we say, well, how's that going to happen? Dude, if you need to get qualified and you absolutely need the qualification to become a doctor or whatever it is, go back to school and get qualified. That doesn't mean you can't do it because you're 28 or because you're 17 or because you're 45. You can do it. But in most professions, you don't actually need a qualification. It's about your self-worth. It's about the image that you hold of yourself, within yourself. And I'm here to tell you, I'm here to challenge the image that you're holding of yourself, that you need a qualification in order to do it. Here I am publishing books at 24 years old with the world's largest English publisher, and I finished in independent, I can't even say it. I finished in independent English study in high school. Like one of those where you're in a classroom by yourself, and my final paper my junior English year was to write an essay on why Kobe Bryant was better than LeBron James. That was my final essay to pass junior English class. I didn't get a college degree. You know how many people psych themselves out because they don't think they're qualified to go ask that person out? They don't think they're qualified in order to really make the income that they want to make, so they never try. See, you can set a goal, but the point of the goal isn't what you get. The point of the goal is who you become. So what? Maybe you go after the goal that you didn't think you were qualified and you say, well, Jake, I'm going to go do it. And then you come back to me and you say, Jake, I didn't get it. Well, maybe you learned a new skill. Maybe you became someone greater. So it's not about how qualified you are. There's guys that went to Harvard and they studied English and they don't have book contracts and they haven't made a career out of writing. Why? Because I know that I'm worth it. And I know that you're worth it. Because we're God's highest form of creation. And you know what? You have the ability to put the image of who you want to be within your mind, that you don't have to listen to what your mom said. You can knock that right out of your head, and what your dad said, and what your boss said, and what the place that you tried to get hired said, oh, you're not qualified. You can knock it right out of your head. It's not about how qualified you are. I have a client that has one of the largest art galleries in Philadelphia. She did not come from an art background. She has a multi-million-dollar art business. Why? Because she had a vision. And she knocked everything out that was not in alignment with that vision. And she knew she was worth it. You got to know that you're worth it. It's not about how qualified you are. It's about how much you're worth.